Jackie Ray Phillips, Queen of Yikes. What did y'all think I was gonna do though? Boom, 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 Compton. Yeah. We finna go back, guys. Boom. I love my show, guys. Can I say that?
Hell yeah. Fuck out of here. Of course you can.
Jackie Ray Phillips on YikesRadio.com. And just in case you guys forgot, here on Yikes Radio, what we do is we select topics that spark the interest and awareness of social diversity, ranging from arts, entertainment, and social justice, leaving our listeners thinking and saying, Frida Ross,
Yikes.
Mr. Kevin asked what I didn't do earlier on is give Kevin his plug, but I forgot to give plug to my sponsors. And you know what? I'm just going there because you know, you guys know me. You know, I love gangster films, black films. Anything black, I'm with it all day. One of my favorite films, Chico, is Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
You like that, Lori Ray?
I do.
I love Jackie Brown. And I love the part when Samuel L. Jackson character, Odell, right? Odell Roby, R-O-B-B-I-E, Odell Roby. When he says, he goes to Chris Tucker's crib after he get Chris Tucker out, right? And he go to his crib and he's like, who is it? And he said, it's your benefactor, nigga. My mama gonna kill me because I said nigga, but she did, so what she gonna do? Okay, it's your benefactor, nigga. That's my benefactor over there, y'all. Miss Lori G in the house. Hey, Lori G. I give props to her because Miss Lori Ray Fisher helps she's the financial benefactor that helps this show go. Along with, you know, she's the co-owner of Ginger Productions and Entertainment Company, aka GPE. God willing, we'll be doing some work with the Mr. Chico Brown in the city of CPT where we live. Taking it back because you guys remember we did do the Bluest Eye there in the city of Compton there at the Dollar Heights Center. So anyway, we're ready to do some more things. And then I have to give a shout out to APS Muscle Cars and WMPJ Steelworks. So thank you so much for being an amazing proud sponsor of the Poetry of Justice show with Jackie Phillips on X Radio. So if you guys remember, for me, this show, I hear something going on. Okay, so for this particular show, it's really exciting to us because I have Mr. Chico Brown in the house. Everybody that knows me and knows about the city of Compton, you guys know how much I love our city. And so how can you not be an advocate of the city of Compton and not have synonymously Chico Brown, right? So we have Chico in the studio. Chico's been here with us and graced us with his time. And so now it's Ask Chico time. So we've got callers that are calling in, and we have amazing individuals on the panel. I have Miss Frida Ross on the panel.
Hey, everybody.
I have Miss Miko Aliyah on the panel. Hey.
Hey, y'all.
Okay. We've got Jay Jones in the house. How you doing, Mr. Jones?
Hey, what's up, y'all?
And Miss Jantel Dominique. How are you tonight, love?
I'm in the building. I'm all right. I'm blessed.
Okay, and of course
All right.
we have Miss Monique May, Lori Ray Fisher's on the mic, so we're about to do this. So, boom, shakalaka. Who wants to go first? Questions for the Mr. Chico Brown. Miko?
I gotta think of something. I thought I gotta get a good question.
You gonna get it? Okay, go ahead. I know you, because she's gonna be all methodical with it.
I'm just trying to think for a second.
I guess my question would be, what is your next venture in the city of Compton? What would be the next thing that you're wanting to do in that city?
Well, I never stopped doing the work that I was, on film and stuff like that. So I can meet with the mayor just get the guys together to refurbish buildings. Like, it's important to me because I know even if the city didn't like it, I didn't stop. Just not on camera. The camera's not working. The camera's not following me. It's just me and the guys. We need to talk about this stuff. We keep going, actually get ready to paint some of it. Compton will go out and reconstruct the whole building. So.
See, didn't I just tell you greatness cannot be stopped?
Absolutely.
Greatness can't be
We never
stopped.
stop. It's just the film part of it stopped.
Mhm.
As far as the construction, it's still going on.
How is it working with Asia Brown? How is it working with her?
For me, it was, I remember, I guess when she first came here, she called me. She didn't know me, like, she just called me, she just heard that, I was doing work in the city of LA and Watts and all that. And somebody told me, you need to go on Chico if it's about the gang stuff, helping with the community. And she called me, we had lunch, and she asked me So I was the original person, like, it was 4 of us started, called Compton Empower. We started, we were, I think it was 4 of us meeting every Tuesday and Thursday, went from 4 to 8 to 500 to about 1,000
Wow.
Crips and Pounders meeting every Tuesday and Thursday. Even sometimes on Saturdays, we meet, like the big group was 1,500 of us in one building at the, you know, this, I know it seems like, wow, this really happened.
Sure.
We really had a celebrity baseball game, Crips and Pounders played each other. Over 4,000 people there, like,
Man.
this happened like 4 or 5 years ago. I was the president of Compton Empower, putting the guys together, you know, so that program was amazing. Like, we was doing big work, everybody together, but going to the politics part of it again, what happened, and, you know, they promised these dudes jobs, and it never happened. So that's one of the reasons the program kind of stopped, because the jobs, nobody got jobs out of this situation.
Wow.
I've been getting it.
Oh, okay, go ahead, Nika.
So what do you find more challenging, finding like fundraising efforts to kind of support what you wanna do in regards to like a monetary system? Or do you find the political side of, you know, kind of putting what you wanna do forward to be more challenging?
I have like the instinct of raising money. When I first came home, I started working at the youth center called place called Home. They actually was about to build their building. And I decided, like, I got some friends, you know, that I met over the years when I was in the business, like celebrities and whatever it may be. And I did their first fundraiser and see I raised $300,000 first, and the next year I raised 1.5 million. So the same fundraiser I put together in 2001 is still going today. That's how they raise money. It's affecting their building. It's like, even when I opened my youth centers, all my money was private donation. I never bought a grant, I never got no city money, no government money, none of that. It's all private money.
Can't nobody tell you what to do.
And I was fortunate, you know, like, of course, Penny Marshall, Mark, a bunch of celebrities that, you know, I was just like, man, you need to come and, you know, just show up. You have a dinner fundraising, they did crab and I was good at that, like, bringing them in to raise money. And that's what I was doing in Compton, like, I'm bringing, you know, to raise the money.
So the stop on the line was not the money. It wasn't having the opportunity to be funded by the city of Compton.
No, I never asked for the money for the city. I
So
told
they
them,
put a stop on the line, not even wanting you to utilize the buildings, or just not wanting these projects to take place?
not wanting me to utilize the building, because the city owned the building, and all I asked them was letting me come in with my construction company and redo the building, because what you have here, like Gonzalez Park, kids haven't played up there in years.
And that was our part. Do you guys
Yeah,
remember?
I remember that.
The sack lunches?
Yes, because I was working.
So that was, now that
We should
even
run
makes
it
it
down.
worse, what happened, for me. That even makes that whole situation more, deplorable, for a lack of a better term. I have a better term, but I won't use it on. Yikes!
I remember field trips to Gonzalez
Yes,
Park
that's a big
from
deal.
Dickinson
Sixth grade.
Elementary.
We would
That's when
walk.
We would
to
walk
Chico.
from Dickinson.
That was your
to-
6th grade party. Remember
Yeah,
your
you
fun
had
day?
your fun day
Yeah.
at Gonzalez Park.
And I
remember
saw that in the thing where you guys were there and you were talking about rehabbing that and stuff, so I'm floored. I really am. I'm floored that was not something that they could see their way to letting happen.
Why do you think that
You know,
is?
the part that kind of got me was like, when you hear the other side saying that had motives for doing
This
this.
is trash.
Ulterior motive, yep.
They said you
I
have
said,
nothing?
what do you say to those people that say you have ulterior motives for the city of Compton? That was under my.
One story I heard that I wanted to get buildings from the city of Compton and put my money in the walls.
Oh, wow.
Like,
See, that's that myth part.
Like, who doesn't do
Wow.
that? Everybody does that.
Everybody cuts a hole in their wall and puts money in there,
Yeah,
right?
Chapo did.
Totally normal.
That's one of the stories I heard. Like, he was just, you know, get the building from the city and hide the money in the wall. Like, nah, that's stupid. You know, but not at all kind of other stories that I made up. Wore wire tapes and like, I had cameras on it, and like 5 cameras filming. I was filming for 6 months throughout the city. I had permits to film everything that goes on in the city. Camera, walk, camera, following, production, like 40 people on my staff.
What do you say to those that say you wear?
That is the stupidest thing I've heard in my life. Like, it changed my life. It went to trial, it did everything. Everybody know my case. Put me in fear of everything. You know, that never happened. So that's one of the reasons I brought him on here. Get me on this. Like, let's go on YouTube. Let's talk about this. You know, you can't assassinate my character. Some stuff like I've been straight up with everything I do. Like when you came to my movie, it's all, you know, like you come with an idea and leave it full-fledged movie. That's what I'm about.
Yes.
But we have to come up
Laverne
with
does it. She's not my friend anymore, Chico. Anyway, moving on. But yeah, like
I
filmmakers.
think we have
like
a
Laverne.
caller.
We have a caller. We have
Yes,
a caller,
we
Chico.
have a caller.
Hello, caller. You're on the air.
Hello, how are you? It's POJ show.
Good evening. Who is this on the line with us? Hello, Eric. Good evening. Woo woo! How you doing, Mr. Fisher?
I'm doing great. Loving the show. Loving the show.
Awesome, miss. Do you have something for Mr. Brown tonight, Mr. Fisher?
Yeah, and I was sitting here multitasking.
Oh, multitasking.
Drinking and listening. Of course, 2 times.
I'm loving what I hear from this young brother. This is just phenomenal stuff. And, you know, I hear how much he's doing. And so I think back to the fact, you know, I've been on the show a couple of times. In our last show, you know, we talked about the importance of mentoring others.
Yes.
I see he's doing so much, and I guess I just want to pose to him, you know, what does he feel about ensuring that he's mentoring others to possibly carry forward some of the things that he's doing?
And now, I'm just gonna say this, like when I first came over from prison, I knew exactly what I was gonna do, and it was mentoring kids. I started sports programs, educational programs, and opened up a couple new centers in South Central Watts. For me, it was just like lead by example. So if I can go to prison and sell drugs at the highest level, come back home and be humble and not trying to get to a level making money and just coming back, rebuilding the city that we destroyed. So for me, to mentoring kids, was just I just wanted him to pay attention to what I was doing. And I speak to him and tell him about that. Like, you know, at the end of the day, would you rather be a rich person in prison or a broke person on the street?
Yeah.
And I would say I want to be the brokest person on the street ever. But because I know that opportunities are gonna come, but you just gotta pay attention to what you're doing. And so people say, like, you know, I got out of prison, couldn't get a job. I was working the second day I got out of prison because I programmed myself in prison to be ready for what was gonna happen when I got out. And of course, all the media attention I got because of the CIA and Papa involved and all that, I didn't let that bother me because I knew exactly what I was gonna do. So for a kid that I see on the street, like I don't just walk by a kid that's ain't on the corner have a rag. I'm gonna go talk to him and see how did he get there. But I've been there before, and I never blame it on my upbringing because that wasn't my problem. Because I lived with both of my parents. So.
Well, I think it's interesting you say that because the first thing everybody thinks if you're doing those type of things, the first thing they you must be a broken home. It's about a broken home. So that's very, very, very good point there. What I would like to say, if we ever get a chance to fly past across, it would be great to partner with you, you know, bring some brothers and sisters from the business community, have them come down to some of your centers. I think that would be phenomenal. I got a couple of brothers that are educators. I think, you know what, we can continue to mentor as many as we can.
Yes,
The things you're talking about doing are phenomenal for the city. I think, you know what, we can grab as many as we can grab, you know?
I'm always looking forward to meeting new people and collaborating and just making what I'm doing bigger and better. Because this is what I realized about our community. When I was on here earlier, I said, you know, I lost my best friend when I was 15. Perfect example of this. He was my best friend at 15. He died at 15. He died at 15 years old. His life is over. So the one bullet that whoever shot him, he ended up getting life in prison. So not only did we lose that one person, but over the years I had 5 kids. So my friend never had kids. So his generation got ended that day. So my 5 kids, if they have 4 kids, that's 20 people. Altogether, it's like 30 people for one bullet. So I stress that point all the time when only one person got killed. No, you killed a generation.
Yeah.
That's
You
true.
know, that person that killed him at 15 years old got life, and he's dead at 15. That stopped. His name stopped. He didn't have no kids. It just stopped. And so I always try to show that part of it, because it's not just one person. You killed a generation of people.
That is so true. Yes.
That's pretty deep.
And I can tell you this now, like when I say I have 5 kids and 8 grandkids, and we the same age, so that's 13 people from one bullet that he could have. And I'm not talking about with my grandkids have kids, that's another 31 people. So one bullet killed 50 people in a 50-year generation. In 5 decades.
That's heavy.
That is very heavy.
Yikes.
I'm like you, Mr. Fisher. I ain't look at it like that. Man.
Exactly.
Bust it down.
That is huge. I mean, I think, you know, we definitely
That's very huge.
we look at what happens so often from not the repercussions of the action. That is, like you said, 50 people have been impacted.
Not only that, you got to go to the other side of the kid who killed him, who got life sentence. That's how his
So now he
generation stopped
stopped
right
too.
there too.
Yeah.
So that's the part. That's the part that.
Continue to listen to the show. And like I said, I would like to collaborate, continue to reach as many as we can.
Okay,
Yes.
you can follow him on Instagram and Facebook, Chico Brown. Chico, I think 3021 on Instagram.
All right now.
3021 Facebook, Chico Brown. All right, appreciate you.
Thank you, POJ show.
All right, let me eat. Talk to you later.
So Chico, Facebook has been blowing up with this repetitive questions.
Uh-oh, yikes radio.
Just went away. Everyone wants to know how old you are.
Uh-oh.
Are you willing to share?
Babe,
Damn.
what's your phone number?
I know, kind of fast.
He like, what do that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Well, I'm telling you now, let me put my glasses on so I can get it right.
I don't have no problem with my age. I'm 54, about to be 55 this year.
Oh, okay.
Young man.
Yeah,
All right, that came from Miss Linda Foster LeBlanc.
of course, it's
Miss
LeBlanc. I love you, Miss
Miss
LeBlanc.
Foster.
Yeah, she says
You already know her.
she wants to put a year of his banging in Compton because my brother was an OG Grandy Crip who knew Tukey in the 1970s.
Tookie.
Tukey.
Yeah, Tookie's general, he's 1 or 2 generations before me. Tookie, 60 something, 54, be 55 this year. So, but I did. I'm never say I knew Tookie like that, but I haven't been in his presence.
Whole session legend and legend.
Yeah, he was another one that was able to turn it around. Unfortunately, he didn't get to execute any of that, you know, from behind the walls, but he,
Right.
yeah, another.
Lori, do you have anything else?
I do. You know, Chico, here on the Poetry of Justice show, we talk a lot about community, right? And you've touched on community. And one show, Frida, I think that was the show with Mr. Sean Thompson, where we talked about the concept of, does our community need a leader to make things change, a singular person? Or is it acts of many individuals that will bring about community change? What are your thoughts about that?
I mean, you gotta get directions from somebody, though. You know, like I wouldn't call myself like I want to be. You know, I just want to lead by example. Like keep doing the stuff, like the changes that's needed. We all know what's needed. We all talk about it, but you have to really get out there and do it. Like you know, it's always Compton and the negative stuff. We talk about that new TV show that's on.
Show's trash.
Okay, I'm unaware.
Black Ink Crew.
Never
Compton.
mind, Prudy.
Oh, I heard about that. It's trash.
Chime in.
You know, the show is barely filmed in Compton. Majority of it is filmed in like LA and stuff. It's not Compton. Of course, I understand that he's building a tattoo parlor in Compton, which is awesome. Like, I feel like that's cool. But it's just like a lot of those people aren't from Compton on the show. It's just so weird. It's horrible.
Chico, have you seen that thing? Sausage show?
Yeah, I watched it. The second episode. I just wanted to see because they were talking about they had reading like Crips and Bible, but
It was Hollywood time.
It was staged.
It was
completely
staged.
Well, I was like, well, where is it at? I remember John said, I was just with
Well,
some
like,
lady
like
girl
some
yesterday.
random
Where
time.
John
It's
said, I
like
can
a
figure it
random
out.
warehouse.
It's on Compton Boulevard. I went to their backpack giveaway.
See, it's on the back.
So the building is on Compton Boulevard.
It's
It's
not
on
open
Compton
for,
Boulevard.
it's not open for tattoos, it's for the show. For the whole stage,
So it's
it's like a
all-
stage.
Got it. It's a studio that we're gonna have in your new complex. kind of.
It's a stage.
Which Gingy Productions and Entertainment Company is trying to find a spot.
Yeah.
So is it going to be a tattoo parlor, or are they just going to use the building to film and fake and fraud like they're in Compton?
You gotta get permits and stuff, yeah, tattoo parlor. Compton is not allowed tattoo parlors.
So why would they even make a show?
The city
Compton, the
doesn't allow.
fad, the fad.
They
That's
don't
what we're
allow-
saying. It's the city, like.
That should be criminal.
They always stealing our stuff.
Criminal.
They're stealing it again.
Yeah.
They're always trying to steal it.
You know, it's
Nico,
kinda
you
like
talk a
they're
lot about
mocking.
this, about how do we stop people from, you know, for lack of a better word, raping
Our culture.
our culture, right? Raping our city.
I mean, you got rappers who glorify the old lifestyle of selling drugs and going to nigga out and going to Colombia. They probably they never went. They never seen 100 kilos, 1,000 kilos, but it's an all rap song. If all that would happen, you get life sentence.
Like the one that they just set free over across the world. What is it? You know, what was his name?
ASAP Rocky.
Huh?
ASAP Rocky, yeah.
Yeah, the one that was raised in Beverly Hills.
That was the big
I'm the
shit.
one to put it out there, Chico. Don't pay me no attention. I don't care. Yeah.
Wow.
That should be Lori. That's illegal.
Well, that is definitely a lie. And that's very disheartening. I was at some type of function and people were just raving about this black ink thing that was gonna happen in the
It's
city of
not Black
Compton.
Ink Crew Chicago or New York, no. Cause those are actual like
Tattoo
tattoo
shops.
parlors. The one in Chicago is real, and the one in Harlem in New York is real. She's
Like,
been
I
there.
went there.
Well, why
and-
is ours not real?
Because they're trying to, like you're saying, they're trying to capitalize off of the name Compton. And to be honest, like if it were like Black Ink Crew Long Beach, I'd be like, okay, makes
There are
sense.
hella
There are
tattoo
hella
shops
tattoo
in
parlors in
Long
Long
Beach.
Beach. Like it makes sense for it to be there. Or we
I
were
thought they
even
were going
LA.
to be pioneers. They were breaking ground. We were gonna have our
That's
first
what they
tattoo
want you to
parlor.
think.
That's what they want us to think.
But he happened to be from Compton, KP. He's from
Yeah,
Compton.
KP is from
Kyla Pratt.
Yeah.
See, Nico, give him a little
Yeah, he is, but the thing is, like, he's capitalizing off of it. Also, I'm glad
Well,
that he is
maybe
doing
he's working-
backpack giveaways and stuff like that. Like, that's really dope.
But
But
you don't have no tattoo shop.
is that gonna stay?
Yeah.
Is that? I hope it can stay. Let's have it stay.
And like you said, like the people on the show too, they're not from Compton. Like,
There we
a lot
go.
of people too. One dude's from Philly, not even from California.
Wow.
The other day they had a show that they talk about drive-by just happened, Mexican got shot in the back of the head. You know, that's not cool.
Oh, no, that is
You
not.
you can't portray stuff that don't happen. That starts violence in Compton. You can't say that.
No, we don't
No,
need
you
that
can't
shit.
say
That's
that.
what we
No,
don't
that's
need that
that's
shit
serious.
at all.
That's very serious.
But
That
it's
is some real shit.
Real stuff in there. So the car, somebody got hit on a bike or something like that.
That is horrible.
Lori, someone said on Facebook, this is Angie, she says, I've seen the show and I don't like how they represent Compton in a negative way. Did any of you experience negativity
Yes.
centered around the city?
The very first episode, they're like, hi guys, I'm Jontel. So like on the very first episode, they're kind of like just like glorifying it, trying to. I exaggerate gang violence. Like we have to check in with the OGs to even make this like bit to open this building. Like just super like dramatized. Like just super like exaggerated. It's super exaggeratory. It's like we get it. Come on, like you know Nipsey opened up his stuff right there. You know what I mean? Just.
Right.
They're capitalizing off the name. I would say I don't think it's not real. It's like how do you have a Black Ink Crew? None of you guys tattoo. Only KP is from Compton, and then they keep talking about oh it's so violent, oh so this, it's killings, and you got to just be safe, watch your back. It's like
It sounds like 80s and 90s Compton.
Yeah,
but they're
not
trying to make
modern
it
day,
seem that
yeah.
it's still 20, like that's happening consistently.
right now.
Like it's as wild as it was. In
I mean
the
it's
90s.
always wild in the city. Don't get me wrong, but it's like it's not. It's not the, it's the crack in it's not in the 80s
I'm
anymore.
getting ready to say,
Not the crack era.
all of that red and blue, that Crip and Pyru and all of that stuff, that stuff went out with the twist. That's not
the twist.
That's not, that's not the Compton. It's the Compton today is not the Compton that we know.
No.
You know what I mean? Those people, unfortunately, some of them have been laid to rest. Some of them are in prison for life. You know what I'm saying? The real OGs. There ain't no OGs in Compton. No, well, we do have. Do you live in Compton? I don't want to put your business out there.
I'm from Compton.
But okay. So, but Lori, you had said about when we had the show, and it was talking about, do we need to have one person specifically a leader? Like we had the Martin Luther King, like we had,
Right.
and I just wanted to, and you had said, Chico, that basically I'm paraphrasing that's not what, your get down is. You just leading by example and stuff like that. But I would beg to differ, actually. You know what I'm saying? I think that the things that you are doing and the reasons that you're doing it for, like, just propels you up there to a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we do things, right? We do it, but we do it for the attaboys, we do it for the pats on the back, we do it for the money, you know what I mean? Like our friend that was on your show, that woman, them women. But you would be, I know, I'm gonna get some flack. If y'all's phone rings, just tell them to call Frida. Call Frida, cause she got a mind of her own. Yeah. But I would, like I said, I would beg to differ. You definitely are a leader, and we just need more people like you. You know what I'm saying? But you stand strong alone. You seem to have done.
With the support of the poetry of justice.
Amen. I got you, and if it's anything that I can do, look, call Jackie, call me, I'm with you. I'm ride or die, they'll tell you.
I mean, even when I was getting involved in the drug business, somebody would have came up to me and said, at the end of this road, you going to prison. Like, it was never that. It was always hustle.
I get it.
Grind.
Even when I came home, like, I went to the probation officer, he looked at my paper and said, so what you gonna do?
You going back.
And he told me that, like, he said, what you gonna do? I said, what you mean? Get a job. What you said? Like, this was like so far over his head. Like, there's no way that, you can't continue to live the lifestyle. Like, he told me that, like, I said, how you gonna determine my lifestyle in 15 minutes? You just read my paper. And he told me, like, you coming back, And before I even got out off of parole and probation, I was speaking to inmates who was coming home, so I could show them, mentor them not to go back to prison. So they asked me to do that, because I was speaking all over the country. I spoke at Columbia University. I spoke at Harvard. I was going around speaking and talking about what happens for us. Me and Freeway going to prison, me being involved with the government, selling drugs, crack, American, all that stuff. So it's like, but what it took away from me, like when I was doing that, I was leaving the kids at my center, the youth center. So I was flying everywhere. So that didn't go right with me. So I'm gonna stop speaking and just continue to bring the kids to the center.
Okay.
But all that, saying all that, that's what, it's situations where that I know this kid is going to prison. Like, I gotta stop him. I gotta really take him under my wing and show him some stuff. And like Tiffany Haddish is a perfect example. She ended up working with me like before she's Tiffany, this Tiffany.
Yes.
And we talk every day. She ride with me in the car every day. And I actually, I don't know if she thought I was still selling drugs. We talk about this stuff now today.
Okay.
But I used to, every time whenever she go with me, I always gave her money at the end of the day. And we talked about this stuff. And this is like before she's become who she is.
Yes.
I have a lot of kids that played on my basketball program that's in the NBA. That I went on in my neighborhood, picked up and put them in a van. And taught them the skill.
Man. Yeah, you the leader.
You got your new leader,
You
Frida?
got love.
The man. The
Chico
legacy.
Brown, Chico. Yes.
Lauren
Yes.
G.
Yeah.
Did you tell Chico about that Hey POJ? I think you should give him an opportunity to participate in that.
So, Chico, here on the Poetry Justice Show, we have a segment called Hey POJ. And so people send emails to us asking for help and support and advice. So we have one that came in, and of course I have to put on my glasses so that I can see it. So here we go. We're going to have our Hey POJ segment. You guys ready? And so this is for everybody in the studio.
Yes.
Everybody in the studio, I want you to listen. And we've got to give this listener some advice. So, hey POJ, I love the show. With that said, I'm interested in your thoughts. I'm a 30-something-year-old female with 3 amazing children. 5 years ago, their dad walked out on us. He simply vanished with no communication. Word on the street was that he was alive but disappeared without a trace. I was forced to make a way for my family, and it was hard for me being a single mom. I did find a caring man, and he's helping me raise my kids, and he even married me. Recently, there have been rumors that my kid's dad has resurfaced, and he is trying to find me. Should I reach out to him for my kid's sake, or just sit back and wait to see if he can find us? And if he does, should I even communicate with him? I admit I want some answers from him, but I don't want any trouble in my happy home. Any advice? Thanks. Confused and angry.
Chico?
I think, for me, personally, I think a kid should always know when they father. You don't have to have a relationship with them, but I think it's important to have your kids have a relationship with them. And I think it's a sad person who can walk away from their kid and leave you hanging like that. That is terrible, terrible situation. But I want to say not talk to them and not have a kid, but at the end of the day, they have to know where their father is. It's important.
Well, you know Frida got a different opinion.
You know,
Go ahead,
I see you over here.
I see the smoke coming out her ears.
I can't. I can't. I hate to be. I hate to be that girl, you know, that, and I'm not bitter. I'm not a BB. Y'all know what a BB is.
Yeah,
I do
bitter
know.
bitch.
I'm not a bitter bitch. In fact, I love black men, you know, but come on now. He didn't care if y'all was eating. He didn't care if them 3 babies was gonna be able to get from point A to point B. He didn't give a damn what
Speak now.
where the next anything was gonna come from. He took a whole income out of the household. Rent, food, clothes, everything. No ma'am, I'm gonna look, you see me? You see me? And when you do, if you do make the decision to entertain him, take your man.
Yikes.
His babies know who he is, and they know what he did.
Wow. Monique, you have some thoughts on that? Kids just gonna grow up not knowing they dead.
It's a couple of
They know
things
it.
that I would have to know to answer that directly, based on what Frida just said, and then based on what he just said, because the children have to be considered. Because like she said, they know who he is and they know what he did. Now, I don't know how many years has transpired since he walked out. Now, if it's been enough years where there's any possibility that he's changed, then it may not hurt to consider it. But if it, depending on that, but you don't want to just bring him back in just because he may be wanting to stroke his own ego with him. Because I have witnessed in my years of being, now I never had children of my own, but in my years of being a teacher and a Sunday school teacher, I have witnessed when fathers tried to come back into children's lives before they were ready, and the poor children ended up on an emotional roller coaster because the father's making all these big grandiose promises to stroke himself, and he was not ready to carry them out. So it's a lot of factors that you need to consider, and don't make an emotional decision. And I mean, too, what do the kids think? I mean, is it do they want to meet their father?
They
I mean,
couldn't think, they was hungry.
Right.
They was scared they was gonna be homeless.
Right.
They couldn't think.
That's the thing what she said. I think is what do the kids think? Because it's ultimately their
They
decision.
couldn't.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're the ones that didn't have their fathers, so they're the ones that have developed these opinions of, you know, does my father not like me? Who even is this man that is my biological
He
father?
didn't.
It just gets to what I like what my mom did, because I'm kind of going through the same thing right now, is she's been asking me, you know, what do you want to do? Do you want to meet him? How do you feel about this whole situation? And her putting herself completely out of it in their relationship, and me knowing that, you know, she's her own person. She's a woman that had a relationship with a man, and I was the byproduct of it.
Right.
And her being, all right, this is the result. What does he want to do because he has a part in this now? I think that's what she got to do for. I don't think she should be asking us. She should be asking the babies, because they're the ones that. How many babies she got?
3.
Ooh, yeah. All 3 of them got opinions. All
I
3 of them
agree
got
with
opinions.
you because you're an adult. I agree that you have the capacity to take that situation, to toss it up, and to know whether or not this is something or a person that you want in your life or not. But if the children are still very young, because didn't she say 3 years or something like that? How many years ago has it had to be?
I think she said 5 years.
5 years, okay. If the children are still, you know, children, you know, 5 years is a long time, and I just don't think that me personally, I wouldn't take somebody that was capable of doing that to his own children and put him back in a position to where he could hurt them again, not as children. Now, after they got 18 years old, they could make that own decision. I would not let them know who their father is, but I would most definitely not allow him to do any more damage than was already done.
Right, and that was the point I was trying to make. I would have to have some, at the very least, reasonable assurance that he was not the same person as he was when he left. So,
What about the younger generation down there? Jay, Miko, Jantel?
Oh my God.
I think for me, like hearing this story, what I would do, I would first have to, of course, go with my husband and like meet with this man and be like, all right, he looked decent enough for me to bring the kids back around to have a conversation with my children to say, do you want to have a relationship with your father? Is this something that you're interested in pursuing? I'm gonna try to make this happen for you because I recognize this is your father. Although I don't agree with what he did by leaving, whatever that may have been, but I think that it's important that you have a relationship with your father. I'll try to make that happen, but do you want me to do it? Because you can't force that. If a kid is like, hell no, he left, I'm over it, that's that. But if the kid is like, you know what, I'm kind of interested and I want that, I'll be, okay, let me at least try. Let's try to figure it out and work it out and see if it can work. And of course, all hands have to be on deck. So since you married this new man, he's now in the family. So hopefully he would be supportive of that. Where it's like, you know, who is he to say that these, I know he stepped up and probably is helping out these kids and is a father figure role to them. And of course he's a stepfather, but also he should be being like, you know what, like, yeah, like let's try to see if we can do this and work this out and try to become like a blended family. At least give it an effort before like being like, hell nah, that ain't gonna work. Jay, come on, please.
I would agree that, like he said right here, it'd be up to the kids.
Up to the kids.
Just leave it in their hands because we don't know what they really want. So I've been on both sides and I've been angry at my father and I accepted him. So in the end, it worked for me. Just sitting back, giving it time, getting a relationship, and I learned a lot about myself too. So
I'm gonna give you guys a perfect example of why I say that they should know their father and their parents. Because I just read a story of this young girl who got kidnapped from her mother when she was first born. One day, this lady came to the hospital, she kidnapped this girl. She lived with this lady for 18 years, thought that it was her mother. She thought this lady was her mother. So she's on her way to college, and her mother took care of it. It wasn't her mother, she stole the kid. For 18 years, she loved this lady. She needed to get her social security number. So she asked her mother, well, why am I having so many problems getting my social security? Because she needs to get a job, she was going to college. So the lady admitted to it. I kidnapped you.
Wow.
When you was a baby. She loved this lady, this is her mother. She turned that lady in. But she wanted to know who her real mother was. So it's not just about being the parent to that kid, but I think the kid need to know who his biological parents is. Because that girl never knew her mother at all. She thought this lady that kidnapped her was her mother. She called the police. That lady's in prison now.
Yeah.
And she got a relationship with her mother. And her mother was just 15 years old when she had the kid.
Oh,
And they were looking for the little girl for 18 years.
Oh my God.
So it's very important, if they don't have a relationship, but give them a chance. You can't just, whatever, it could be other kind of reasons. He could have went to prison and shit. It could be other reasons that he left. He should, if he was willing, able to reach out, he should take care of kids. Whatever the reason may be, I can't justify him leaving,
Right.
but you have to give them a chance to be back in their life.
Trauma-informed care, I get it, and I don't disagree. I don't disagree with you guys, I really don't, I really don't, you know, I really don't.
You're reconsidering?
No,
No?
absolutely not, because what, I come from the whole mental health piece and the trauma, you know what I'm saying? These people were in a relationship, it was a husband and wife, it was a family that these children were a part of. And to wake up one morning and this man is gone and never to return, that's trauma.
It could be situations that he was involved in something like, you have to stand with him, killing your family. If you with this family,
That's true.
I will
That
kill
is
your
true.
family. So
Yeah.
we don't know the situation. It could be other the situation,
Bigger
like,
than that.
so he's just backed away to let his family live, and he's coming back to
Okay.
support his family. So we have to think about all the stuff that's involved. They can't, if he just left him.
Well, let's just say if he just left, you know what I'm saying, if he just was selfish.
The nigga just went to get some milk and never came
Went and got
came
some
back
milk,
home,
never
you
came
know,
back.
Then that's the perspective I'm speaking from.
So are we saying the advice we're giving is that she should seek him out, or should she allow him to find her?
Oh, he gotta find her.
You think you
So she shouldn't go seeking him out?
You're not gonna go fishing for
Yeah,
it?
he has to be 10 toes down first, for sure.
Okay.
What you think, Dante?
Yeah, that's the one thing too. My mom was always like, I've never made it to where you can't find me. She was like, it's always, he wants to, he can't find you. So I've never made it to where his communication is cut off. But that'll show, that's the effort that she was talking about. That's like a first step of it. Then the second one, yeah, bring your husband. Bring your husband, let him know it's not the same.
No, funny business.
What you think it is, it's not me and you or another person in this.
Now, do you look at for my man?
Well, I do.
Me too.
She kind of goes to
They
the
kind of go to the left, to the left.
It's a little weird. She see them when she see him, those pheromones might kick in.
Not the pheromones.
You know the pheromones. We always gotta talk about that.
Tiny
I'm just
Michelle.
saying, pheromones could be kicking in free. Nature always finds a way.
Huh?
Nature always finds a way.
Which nature are you talking about? Fight or flight? Which nature are you talking about?
I guess it just depends on the emotions at that
Because
time.
for me,
And whether or
it
not
would be
she's
fight.
really put it behind her.
Yeah.
Chico, before we get ready to head out, we got about 6. I want to ask you, Dougie Fresh. I have a phrase. Heavy is the head who wears the crown. What does that mean to you?
Choking on it.
No, I'm sorry. That's what it means. Yeah. Heavy is the head who wears the crown.
Sound like a king to me.
That's right. Now, heavy is that head. Okay. People, I have no water. You have no water on that little?
I'm choking.
Chico is back together.
Saved him.
He got work to do.
He got work to
I'm
do.
CPR certified now, don't worry.
Fine.
Look, do the hemlock.
Fine.
CPR certified.
We can't leave
First
him
aid.
Got me
now.
choking.
He got work to do. Gotta get in the cavity in between them. Heavy is the head who wears the crown.
Yeah, that sounds like a king leadership role. I don't mind about wearing the crown. It's just, like if you, that person, you always want help. Like set of help. The whole community gotta be involved. Can't be just one person. Everybody has to carry their weight.
What's in store for you politically?
Politically, stay away from politics.
Ain't that seat available?
Like I said before, I just want to lead by example. If you continue to work, then if I get a call from the mayor or whoever, councilwoman, I mean, I'm there, like, when they're attacking, I'm like providing my information on what I think is better. They listen sometimes, and I listen to what they have to say sometimes. But do I get annoyed with the lack of communication? Yes.
Have you seen a shift
Yeah.
in the recent?
I went to the city hall meeting Tuesday. It's a whole different vibe.
Yeah?
People want to work together. The whole atmosphere is different.
Wow.
I mean, you can even see the work that's being done. That building on Compton, the building that's in that film, it's completely torn down.
Really? Getting ready for the rebuild, for the rehab.
It's happening.
It's happening, guys. Change
It's
is here.
movie theaters, everything. It's a lot of stuff. The project is moving.
Oh, yeah.
It was an older
You ready?
project.
Wow, that's
I'm ready
great.
for a movie theater in Compton. I've been talking about that for
Honestly,
years.
I just remember the
I'm
drive-in,
gonna
guys.
label
Remember we had our
it
drive-in?
We had our drive-in.
Dante, hit
I'm
close on
Rose
that. Turn around real quick, baby.
Something.
Okay. I know, right?
Mhm.
Remember we used to sneak in and shit?
Sneak in.
We
the
did do
drive-in.
that, Chico. We was.
I had to be in the trunk.
You remember that shit?
I
stuff?
remember.
I know all because
Phyllis used to put blankets
over our head. I know.
And that was the best
A mess is
pizza.
that?
Like
It
you,
was.
and didn't we just have to like walk down to the concession?
To
area?
the concession area.
Yeah, that was the best pizza.
It honestly sounded like back then Compton was more fun.
Oh my
It
god.
was.
Make it
Everybody
fun
went to the
again.
movies,
It
yeah.
was.
Everybody
Bring
went
it-
to the
bring the
drive-in
fun back.
theater. You get to see 3 movies.
Yeah.
See 3 movies.
I should love
Like a
those
skating ring.
cheeseburgers and
Like a
shit.
skating ring in Compton, you know.
Living, and it used to be
Gang
one.
violence is slowing down.
Rose Cream.
What was the name?
But the
Skate
best,
Land,
you
Skate
guys
Land,
got to
Skate
remember the
Land,
best.
What?
Taco Joe.
Don't you remember talking
Taco
I was so
Joe.
sad when that shit went. I was so
Is that the
sad.
one that sold the taco burger?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Taco Joe's.
I could eat like 4.
Yeah.
Right across the street from the place where you used to get
Eat
your
your
taps,
taps,
put on your
your
croquet
taps.
side.
Yeah.
Remember that? Exactly.
Yes.
That was a whole big deal.
That was a
right?
big
That was
deal.
a whole day.
I'm gonna go get my taps, and then
we
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go get me a
Taco
Taco
Joe.
Joe.
And the
15
khakis.
cents.
The khakis with the letters going down the
Right.
side.
You gotta go to Sir George's. Right?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's Compton.
We gotta get that Compton.
That's Compton.
Yeah. A semblance of it.
COMPTON. Hey.
There you go.
Those
Compton
kids
180.
deserve that.
We gotta go in Chico. Yeah. You ready? Yeah. Did you have a good time tonight?
I had a great time.
Yes.
All right.
You the man.
The man. What's it? What is the legacy?
Yeah. And the
myth.
Right.
Here on the Poetry of Justice Show with Jackie Ray Phillips on YikesRadio.com, AccelerateRadio.net, podcasting, journalism at its finest, out of the city of Compton. You know I love my city. Thank you, Chico Brown. Dante, get Chico in on us. Thank
All right,
you,
Chico. You gotta come back and join us again.
Sure.
Mickey?
All right.
Mickey?
I'm so glad to have had you here. This was awesome. It was great talking to you and learning from you. Awesome. And one last piece. Fight on. We gotta be
Fight on. We gotta beat Stanford. Beat Stanford.
This is our very own Angela Davis over here.
Welcome to the people. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. I'll be back next week. Immigration, Renee Bustos. I can't pronounce her last name, but Renee Bustos is in the house next week. Immigration again. In the Poetry Justice Show. Deuces.
Phenomenal.
Great show. Great show. Hey.
Invite me shit. You know I love you some way. I'm gonna keep my headphones on. Ready?
I think the light must go in the room. These chairs go to the other room.